Good morning and welcome to day 3 of my Lake District adventure. And this morning I've come to the top of Latrigg Hill, just above the town of Keswick. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's not been the best couple of days I've had in the Lake District. The weather has been pretty overcast and grey for most of it, barely seen the sun at all. But I think this morning is going to be a little bit different. It's the first morning I've come out to the car and I've actually seen the sky and some stars. Now, up at the top of the hill here, you probably see behind me, there are significant breaks in the cloud. There's still plenty of cloud about, which is also good. So I'm quite hopeful that I'm going to get some action this morning, shall we say. So I'm going to be taking a variety of shots. I'm going to be taking some wide angle shots. I'm going to be using the 70-200 to take some tight shots, and I'll maybe even try a panorama as well. So I'm going to get the camera all set up. Got about 45 minutes before sunrise, but the action should hopefully start a little bit before then. So I'll speak to you in a minute. So I've been wondering about trying to find some compositions, and then I looked behind me. Always look behind you, especially when you're up somewhere high like this and there's lots to look at. There's action happening everywhere. Most of the morning light was behind me there. I did go down and take a picture, but I didn't really find a composition that I was really happy with, but I'm hoping the light's going to start moving about now. I can see some nice colour in the higher clouds above me, so I think sunrise is about now. So I'm hoping in the next few minutes I'm going to get some good light on the surrounding area around Keswick, which is what I really want to shoot. Hello again, it's me. So I'm waiting for the sun to come up. I've got coffee, Tunnet's caramel. I don't know how many of these things I've eaten. I've not really eaten very well on this trip, to be honest. I've been missing a lot of meals, especially breakfast. I am making it back for breakfast today, absolutely, definitely. But I just wanted to share something with you. I think for me, sunrise, this time of morning is the most exciting. I've got a camera set up. I'm ready to get some shots. I've got a massive field of view here, so anything can happen anywhere. And I like that excitement. I like that waiting about. I don't like being cold, but that's what I've got the coffee for. But I find it a really exciting time of morning, just waiting to see what the light's going to do, and I'm sure the light is going to do something today. I've got the breaks in the cloud. I know I've been banging on about breaks in the cloud probably since I got out here, but I think this morning now is going to be the time it's going to give me an image that's going to sort of sum up my trip. So I just wanted to say, for me, this is the exciting time of the morning, the anticipation of waiting to see what's going to happen next. So it's just before 9 o'clock. I should be actually back at the hotel eating breakfast, but yet again, for the third day running, I had to miss breakfast, and I really did have to miss it this time. I was just about to pack up and go when I finally got that break in the clouds, and I managed to get a couple of, I hope, good shots. It was one of those shots where the rays of light burst through the cloud and illuminate a small section of the ground, and since then, it's really everything started to light up. I've got some light on cat bells now as well. It's just really nice. I know the frustrating thing is I've actually got to go back now. I've got to check out from my hotel, so I have to leave. But I think this kind of last 15 minutes has just saved this trip. I actually got some good shots, or at least I hope I've got some good shots anyway. So I'm going to hang about another few minutes, see what else happens maybe, but I really got to get back to the car and check out my hotel. But what an epic finish to this 2.5 days I've had here in the Lake District. This has kind of saved the trip for me. So you've either seen these images or I'm about to pop them up on the screen. So enjoy. Well, that's it. I think I definitely have to go now. I grabbed another couple of shots, some really nice light on Keswick and on catbells. So overall, I think this morning has really saved the trip for me. I can't wait to get back and post-process some of those images. Typical, on the last morning, all the action happens when I absolutely have to get back. But I have to say, I've thoroughly enjoyed this trip to the Lake District, regardless of the weather conditions and the grey overcast skies. It's just such an amazing place to come. So I'm pretty happy with my time. But I'm going to sign out now from the Lake District. I'm going to go back. I'm going to see you back home, where I'm going to print off some of the images and we'll discuss how they've turned out and my final thoughts on this Lake District trip for 2017. I'll see you back then. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the third and final part of my Lake District photography adventure video. If you missed any of the other parts, there's a video playlist link in the video description below and on the end screen of this video. So click on that and you'll be able to catch up with all the adventures that I had in the Lake District. Now we're going to take a quick look at some of my favourite images from my time in the Lake District. If you want to see these images or any of the other images that I took during my time in the Lake District, head on over to my blog where you'll find a gallery of images. There'll be a link in the video description below and one on the end screen of this video. So let's start with day one and this picture of Ashness Bridge, which I took sort of mid-morning. It's one of my favourites just because I quite like the composition of this image. I like the leaves in the foreground here as they're scattered along some of the rocks, and then the kind of leading line of the flowing river as it goes off into the underneath the bridge there. And of course you've got some of the mountains and the dark grey sky. Obviously I would have liked a bit more light, a bit more colour coming from this image, but you know, that's the way it looked on the day, so I had to work with what I got. But I think overall, in terms of composition, I really like this image. For my second image, I've got this photograph I took at the summit of Cat Bells. Now, it's not the greatest of images. I'm very pleased with it, I guess, from a compositional point of view, but it really lacks a lot of light, which obviously was a common complaint that I had during my time in the Lake District. But I particularly selected this image because for me, when I was at the top of Cat Bells, it was an enjoyable experience. I loved being up there despite the weather conditions, despite the passing showers and the cold and stuff like that. So this image is have a more emotional connection to this image rather than its technical aspects or its, you know, how good an image it actually is. For me, it's that connection to being at the top of Cat Bells that morning. So that's why I've selected this image. And for my final image, I really had to select this one from Latrigg Fell. It was taken in literally the last 15 minutes of my time in the Lake District. But you know, I'd spent about 2.5 days there, and it had been grey and overcast, flat light, and then all of a sudden this scene exploded in front of me. And it was a really exciting time. One of those moments you kind of live for as a landscape photographer when you get light like this on the land. So I absolutely had to pick this one, and probably my favourite of the entire trip. Well, I do hope you enjoyed having a look at those images with me. I certainly enjoyed creating them. I had a really fantastic time in the Lake District, and you know, I recommend any photographer, if you've got the time and you can get to the Lake District, it's really going to be an awesome place to photograph. Okay, I didn't have the best luck with the weather, but as an experience and being out there with a camera, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I do hope you enjoyed this video series on the Lake District. You know, I do a lot of short videos covering one location, so I thought it was about time that I shared with you one of my bigger landscape photography adventures. If you want to see more videos like this, please do let me know in the comments below. And if you did like this video or any of the videos in this series, hit that like button and of course leave me a comment. I do try and read and reply to everyone's comments. If you did like this video and you want to see more like it, click on the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and remember clicking that bell icon, that way you'll receive a notification as soon as I publish a new video. Until the next video, it's bye for now.